Good morning. This is Barbara in Little Rock, and it's the Saturday, the Saturday after Easter, and I wanted to show you these pretty flowers. Aren't they pretty? They're I got them Easter Day. They're still opening up, so it's been almost a week. Aren't they beautiful? Look at this one right here. Can you see it? Let's see if I can turn it this way. See how pretty it's opening up? The lilies. There's some flowers in here I've never seen before. I don't know what they are. Look at this one right here. Can you see that one right there? There. I don't know if it's alive or dead. Or if it's supposed to be alive. And it's supposed to be a color, I don't know. But look at that. What that is. Looks like little tiny flowers stuck together on a stick. Maybe it was a color. I don't know. Pretty anyway. The first things to go in here were the hydrangeas. The rest of them look pretty good, whatever, you know, the other flowers. I don't know if I can get that out or not. Let's see. Yeah, here's a hydrangea. See, it's turned to like celery color. Can you see it? Take that one out because the carnations are still pretty and the lilies are still pretty. And looks like down here are mums and daisies and carnation. Carnation doesn't look as well as it should. Well, you know how to make them last longer, don't you? Don't you know how to make them last longer? Oh, and here's a cow lily. Look at this. You see, it's a cow lily, a yellow cow lily, right by this lily here. Yeah, here's another lily getting ready to bloom out. A beautiful container. That's from Lauren. She sent it to me on Easter. Isn't that precious? Anyway, I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking them out. And then I'm going to cut the, the ends of them off. Like this one's a little bit too late. I don't know, it might make it. But what you do is you just cut off this dead end, cut it up above it, put it in fresh water. And some of these things, especially the mums and the chrysanthemums, will last a long time. You'll be able to enjoy them. And usually I'll cut them down and put them in smaller containers. And even though the bouquet gets smaller and smaller, it still is fun to watch and to enjoy and appreciate God's hand in beauty. Now this is not what I was talking about, but anyway, I loved it while it was at its peak. But it may come back if I take the leaves off, cut the bottom off, and have it absorb some fresh water. It may come right back. But I thought it was pretty. And I've never seen one this color. It's a hydrangea. Look at that one. Can you see? Yeah, I've never seen one that way. Hard to see if I could root that. Although I forget, I don't have a yard. I forget. Usually I would, where I lived up there, if there was a plant I wanted, I just rooted it or propagated it one way or another and put it in the yard. And then I appreciated years to come. Some of them lived, some of them didn't. But I put them in the ground and gave them a chance. Everybody needs a chance. Everybody needs a chance. I don't care what. Everybody needs forgiveness. Everybody needs a chance to get things right. And when you do things wrong, you have to be able to say, I'm sorry. And the other person to say, you're forgiven. Those are two powerful, powerful words. And if you haven't used them in a while, think back to some situations you should have used, Maybe some situations you did use and it diffused a situation that uh, was meant to be diffused. You know, some people have that bad days. You know, I've said this before. One thing about having a tribe, you all can't have a bad day at the same time. Well, maybe some women can. I don't know. But anyway, but I mean, what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. You guys, you know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, I got up this morning and I've got like 10 things on my list to do. And I'm trying to figure out now, what is it that I really need to do today? And I think this is called control. Do we really have control over our homes? I know God's in control of everything, but we have to control something. We have free will. Like, we don't want to be hoarders. You know, I saw that show Hoarders the other day. Oh, it was sad. Oh, the people were living in there and squalor. No reason. Some of them had really fine homes, better than I've ever had. And they just sit in there. They'd find dead cats underneath the debris in the person's house. And what's so amazing is some people, like their neighbors, didn't even know. Because they'd never been invited in. I mean, somebody you'd know 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, never been in their home. There's a reason you haven't been in their home, I would think. I don't. But anyway, today I'm thinking about I'm not going to be a hoarder. As I go into the kitchen this morning, I was making a piece of toast. And trying not to set off the alarm, because every time I make toast in that toaster, the alarm goes off. Which is just, I guess it's maybe 12 feet from where I cook. Because, you know, the apartment's very small. So I put on the fan over the stove. I put the fan in the living room on. And then I got me one of those little fans you plug in and blowing the air up. I tried blowing it out that way towards the smoke detector, away from the smoke detector, up in the ceiling, over here towards the cabinet, to see if I can diffuse whatever is setting off that alarm. I mean, my neighbors are tired of it. I'm sure I would be if I was sitting there reading a book or doing my Bible study and all of a sudden the siren goes off and it hurts. It hurts. Oh, and the dog, Connor, bless his heart, he'll go, oh, and if I open the door to try to get the smoke out of the house, if there is smoke, I have to open the door while he takes the heck off. I mean, he's going to go to Timbuktu or Toadsuck or Gravel Ridge. I don't know where he's going to go, but I mean, he's going to get the heck out of there. And everybody comes out of their apartments and they're looking at me. And they always say, "You're making toast." I said, "Yep, I am. I just wanted a piece of toast." So I've had all kinds of suggestions, okay? I put the toaster on top of the stove underneath the vent. Make toast that way. Turn your toaster way down. Okay? Then they say, okay, use your toaster oven. So you use your toaster oven, which is just not 2 feet, or maybe 3 feet from the stove, which is where my toaster is. And so I use a toaster oven, and the alarm don't go off. Now, what's the difference between that toaster oven making the same color toast and that toaster over there? What is it different? Is it because the toaster shoots the heat up? And it goes, ha, 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 where's the hair? Where's the alarm? Where's the fire detector? I want to go, the smoke detector. No, smoke don't have any personality. No, it doesn't. But anyway, if I make toast in that toaster, even with all those 3 fans on, that alarm will go off. Barbara next door, bless her little heart, she comes over, she can hardly walk. She's coming over here now, I mean it. And I open the door as I'm trying to air it out, and she says, "Are you making toast, Barbara?" I said, yes. I have to tell them yes. And what's sad is my manager lives right next door. on a Saturday morning. She don't want to be woke up. It's her day off. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, well. Anyway, I did make toast this morning. I did have all the fans on. I did use the toaster oven. Now, I have used the big oven, too, to make toast. But I'm not so successful with that because I forget it's in there. I set the alarm, but I can't hear it. Can't hear the alarm on that. So, I used to have a chicken. And I turned my little chicken timer on. Well, it broke. So I need a new chicken timer. Some kind of little timer. So anyway, but then my neighbor bought me a watch. So now I said, okay, I put that in at 15 till 9. Now, that toast shouldn't take 5 minutes, I would think. So I check it, say, oh, and then I look and it's 10 minutes. I've already let it in there extra 5 minutes. So I think the chicken thing is the best. It's real loud, but it's broken. I had to throw it away. There's no way I can fix it. So, but anyway, okay. So, what was I talking about? Oh, being in control. Okay. I'm trying to control the smoke alarm. Okay, now I'm going to try to figure out how to control these other things in my life. Like, my desk is heaped up with all kinds of correspondence and letters and cards that I need to send out. And I've got everything on that desk. If I get a book I want to read, I put it on my desk. If I, get some stamps, I put them on my desk. I find a pen, I put them on my desk. Everything goes on that desk. Well, I don't go on that desk. Connor don't go on that desk. But I mean, it just seems like it gets things. So do I need to put another table up and fill it up closer to the door? And this apartment's too small for that. I don't know where I'd put another table so I could heap it up. Well, the other thing is, you got to have a bookcase for your books. Of course, I get six every 2 weeks in the library to read, and I try to keep them close to my sack. I have a sack here that I put my books on as I read them. I take them out and set them out here. But anyway, I can't leave them just sitting anywhere because I don't know where they are. So I don't put those on the desk. But I have a bag that has to sit somewhere. Now, am I a hoarder? Or am I just running out of space? Or do I have too much stuff? Do you have too much stuff in your house? I mean, I've got my yarn. I've got my yarn in a container in the bed. I got some yarn in the closet that I'm going to work up. And I will work up. Because, that's what I do. But control. Wash your dishes. Make your bed. Get dressed. Put on some lipstick. Brush your hair. Those are things you're in control of first thing in the morning. I have found if I get up and get off my schedule, everything's out of line. I mean, like if I do my Bible study and I postpone it a little bit and I wait and go to the doggy park and then do it, it's just not the same sequence. It's not the same timing. And it does make a difference. It really does make a difference. Your timing, your schedule, your life is controlled by you, ultimately. God is, in control of everything, but you have free will. And as long as we live, no matter how old we are, we need to keep some kind of structure and control in our life. I bet you've had the challenge too. Or this may not be a big deal for you. You've always been this structured and wonderful life. I mean, I'd like to meet you. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. And this is what I want to talk about this morning. So I wanted to talk to somebody, and it's you. Remember, God has you in His hands. And pray for Mother Earth. I was watching a bee the other day, and he was on a dandelion. And I know here they're going to spray all these dandelions. I know they will. And all those bees are going to die. We're killing human race. We're killing the human race. Don't spray those chemicals. Okay. Have a great day. Drink your coffee, get your drink, get yourself dressed, get yourself motivated, and carry on. Carry on. Bye-bye.